Let's Play of Divinity Original Sin 2 Definitive Edition. I'm your host, guide, and sometimes entertainer, Mr. Navidon. And we ended last video here in the Under Tavern. We discovered the waypoint, and I had all the characters talk to Dortia and get the Spider Kiss talent. Yeah, so Lohse has 2 to intelligence as well as feign, and then Sebille has 2 to wits, and so does Ifan. And let's go over XP. We are at 513,275, which we are ahead now by 15,950. Let's see, the 12,950 is from the Gareth Jonathan choice that we made with Gareth saying that it's okay to take out Jonathan. And then the other one is the 3,004 going into Niall's room. Yeah, so that gives us, that's why we're so far ahead at this point. But like I said, we're going to keep track of it. Oh, I wanted to do a quick crafting. I need Lohse here to learn teleport. And so to do that, we're going to grab a teleport scroll, a blank air book, combine those together to make a teleportation book. And then we're going to learn it. And there we go. Now we know it. Okay. So, just a quick little note. Here we do not want to talk to Lohse yet. I know where he's at. But we'll talk to him after we get a little bit more information about the Wrecked Caravan, because then we can go into dialogue with him that activating another quest, we get more XP. So let's go to Paladin Bridgehead. That's next. And we need to talk to the Paladin Thom Hardwin, which is right here. But on this table, there are 2 dead paladins and a free shield. Let's grab it. That shield is level 12. Yeah, it's not too bad. Okay, so let's go talk to him.
Sighting a stocky paladin seated ahead, Ifan tugs at your sleeve.
This one I remember. Hardwin and I served together back in the war. Let me do the talking.
Sure, go ahead.
The 2 men embrace, amicably enough, but you sense an uneasy tension running beneath their smiles.
Well, as I live and scarcely breathe, if it isn't Ifan ben Mesd. I thought you died in the death fog. Thought you died a hero. But I suppose it's better to live as one. We really gave those Black Ring what for, eh? Wiped them all out in the blink of an eye. Damned proud to have served with you, Ben Mesd. Damned proud.
Ifan's face turns sour as he mutters something under his breath that only the paladin can hear. Hardwin loses all camaraderie and blanches, stepping backwards. He puts one hand on his weapon.
You've changed. And for the worse. I'll not have the sacrifices of my fallen brothers maligned to my face. You survived, Ben Mesd. Be thankful for that, if nothing else.
Okay. Well, that didn't go so well, so Lohse's going to take a crack at it.
A senior paladin sits hunched over a tattered map. He registers your presence, sits back in his chair, taps his fingers on the map.
Who are you, and who sent you?
No one sent me, and I'm just passing through.
He appraises you with a look, then grimly grins.
I think I've heard about you. Didn't you free the Meister from the gallows in Driftwood?
Yes, it was me.
Then I may well have a job for you, if you're interested.
Okay, what do you need done?
He taps a finger on the map on the table.
Here, in the Blackpits, are White Magisters. Their operation is shrouded in mystery, and this pricks our ears. We are gravely concerned. We believe the White Magisters may have strayed into the darkness. We suspect that Dallas herself and her master Vriedemann are the inspiration for these dark endeavors. Look under the white veil of secrecy and report back.
All right, and how much will this work pay?
How much do you want? I have fewer paladins to pay, so I have ready gold. But there are limits.
Well, I want the max, of course, 1,000.
You think very highly of yourself indeed.
Yes, I do. But I need the money to cover my expenses of gear and bribes.
We have a deal.
He offers you an item. A whistle-like device sits nestled in your hand.
When you're ready, send a war owl. Be careful out there. It's a dangerous place these days. And I'd like to think I'll hear from you again. And, adventurer,
He looks you in the eye.
don't get caught.
Okay, so let's take a look at his wares and see what he's got. At first face value, it doesn't look like he has a whole lot. He's got huntsman books, he's got warfare books, and then he's got some weapons and some armor. However, he always has 2 legendary armor pieces, weapon pieces, and 2 armor pieces. Yeah, pretty good. However, he is very expensive. It costs 1,600 gold to get to 100 attitude. So, yeah, there we go. This is why we need so much gold. Window wits. No. No. And these we don't want. One-handed swords. No. No. Okay. We're going to move on. So here is Paladin Cork.
By Lucian's sword, we meet again. Would that circumstances were better here than in Fort Joy, but they're not. Voidwoken lie in wait beyond the bridge.
Okay. So then over here is a dwarven worker that sells consumables and parts for grenade making.
Seems like the only work these days. Happy to. Some of that stuff's not bad, friend. It's a little better now if I say so myself. Good luck to you.
So he is also 1,600. And let's grab the arrow pieces. We can make a fire arrow out of that. We'll grab the essences. Don't need that. I need empty perfume bottles. Don't need those. I think we're good on books. And that. All right, so let's give him a grenade. And one more. It's going to be way over, but that's okay. We need a little bit of money right now anyway. All right, so over the bridge we go. Looting the Voidwoken as we go by. We got that.
They beat all those Voidwoken. I'm impressed.
Yeah. We got a couple anthropod legs. We'll just get rid of those. Hazy Ruby. Get rid of that too. Okay, so we stumbled across 4 traps. Winter Blast, the middle 2. Now we can go freely. We want to go left, and then our first immediate left. And then we're going to stop at the top of the hill here because we have 4 deer here, and one of them is Voidwoken. So we want to interact with these deer right now. This is another one of those pet pal encounters that give XP. So we definitely want to do this. The whistle is a quest item. Let's see. Let's go with skills. I'm not going to need ignition. And let's go that route. And then we can put evasive aura in case the deer comes charging after us, which could happen. Alright, here we go. Here we go.
4 deer stand in formation near a crumbling altar. 3 stags, fawn-coloured and hearty, gaze cloudy-eyed at a great black skeleton glowing an eerie green.
Now.
Now.
That deer looks like Voidwoken.
The 3 fawn-coloured stags shake their antlers. The clouds clear from their eyes.
Huh?
What?
You vermin. Always treading where you are least wanted.
Okay. Well. So let's take a look at him. He has 1609 vitality. That is a lot. Initiative 27. Oh, we got him beat by a mile there. So let's use Ice Fan. Ooh, got a crit. 180. This will be close. Yeah. We could use rain, but let's do rain. Let's freeze him. Yeah. Okay, now Ifan. Sky Shot. Now we got to be careful with AoE spells because we don't want to hit the other deer and get them aggroed towards us. So we kind of got to limit those spells. That's not what I wanted him to do, but okay. Let's see. Bane. Oh, he's bleeding. Suppose that we could use Infect. I don't want to use Battle Thump because I'll hit the other deer. Okay. What we're going to have Sebille do is do throwing knife for 1. But then I also, no, I don't want to do it. I want to have her use her spider. Her spider web. So now he's entangled and it's essentially crippled. Can't move. Oh, down failed. Cool. So then we're gonna work him over. So the deer they all have knockdown as well. Yeah. He's pretty well toast at this point. Fan, I'm not gonna have you do anything. Sebille, you can do throwing knife. And that's it. And then Lohse, use her staff. That might do it. Nope. Ifan will take him out. There we go. 5,200. And this is another reason why we want to do this. We get a free source orb. Antler, we'll send that to Ifan. Animal hide, we'll send that to Ifan. Okay, so down here by the water, we get 2 bluegill mushrooms. And then over here is a chest. We got a plate, another huge healing potion, and a little bit of gold. Okay. So then back up the path or the trail. And then we're going to go up here.
Careful now. That's the trap.
Yeah, we want to get rid of these traps. There's 2 of them. they're gone. That was for later. Now we can go back down to the road, hang a right. And we're going to go past the bridge, up this trail, hang a left. And then at the stairs, we're going to take a right. And we're headed for
I hear their whispers.
Stonegarden Cemetery. And there's
Look who's
Tarquin.
come to join the party. Oh, but you do get around, don't you?
He takes a satisfied sniff and rubs his hands together. His lips stretch into a mischievous smirk.
When it comes to graveyards, I'm a kid in a candy shop. All sorts of goodies and gewgaws for the taking. And a bit of rousing conversation. If you know what to dig, that is.
So then why are you on the outside of the gates if you love graveyards so much?
Ah, it's a quandary, you see. I'm not exactly welcome in the Stonegarden. The servants that tend the graves, well, their master, this Riker fellow, caught me nosing around, so he had them chase me off. The spirits within are particularly feisty as well. Can't say why. I'm as gentle as can be. Alas, I'm stuck sniffing out herbs and fungi on the outskirts.
He presses a forefinger against his chin and hums.
This is when having access to a godwoken might come in handy. You see, beyond the gates, there's something that my heart, such as it is set on.
Okay, tell me. I'm dying to know what it is.
Oh my, just adorable you are. I dare say you'll enjoy this story. Somewhere in this graveyard lies an object of tremendous power. Or so the legends say, anyway. Belonged to a family buried near here, the Surreys. I've been reading up on them. An ancient clan of eccentrics and oddballs. Fascinating people, truly. Old Joanna was the last. The poor dear. Had no money, no children, just this incredible heirloom passed down to her through the generations. Problem is, no one knows what this object is. Only that it's an astounding piece of work. Seems Joanna took its secrets to her grave. Rather literally.
You might have missed a clue somewhere in all the books that you've read.
His coy grin freezes.
I can recite each page from memory, but I've neither the time nor the inclination.
Tarquin sighs and his lips unfreeze. For a moment he looks almost modest.
It pains me to say, but you've talents in the adventuring department that I do not. This heirloom could prove valuable for both of us.
Okay, I will look out for this heirloom.
Beautiful. The Surrey tomb must be somewhere nearby. And whatever that object is in there, I bet it's impressive.
He looks toward the graveyard.
I do wish I could wander inside. It would be nice to look up some old friends. See if they're in good spirits.
Okay. So let's check his inventory. He has a medium flame rune. Geomancer, no. No on the pants, too. No. Okay. Source orbs. Let's get one. Yeah, I do want to get one. For the rest. That's it. Let's see. Probably two. And one of those. There we go. And, okay, so now we're going to go inside the graveyard. I'm not going to do anything in here yet. We will be coming back. We're going to take the left. You go left from there. And then the waypoint for Stonegarden is right here. And we're going to go.
What's this?
I've spotted
Found
something.
something.
We did, but not yet. We'll dig those up later. We're going to exit the graveyard. And we're going to come out of it and then into this little nook in the rocks right
What's
here.
this? I found something.
And we find some buried treasure. We get XP for this. 9,650. Very nice. And let's check the staff. Water 7. No. And then we got the flashing footsteps, which we will end up selling. Okay, so we're going to run over here. And there's a gentleman over here, Gregorious Swann. So we need somebody with scholar to talk to him. So let's have Sebille. Gotta have the scholar tag. Come on, dude,
The
stop.
man paces back and forth, puffing anxiously on a pipe. His face is creased with tiredness. The faint coppery hue of dried blood stains his hands. He sees you.
If you're looking for healing or the like, then you'd best look elsewhere. My plate is full for now.
We notice that there's some lingering traces of blood on his hands. And we ask him, what is preoccupying you?
The man chomps on the bit of his pipe, generating a small cloud of nervous smoke. Finally, he plucks it from his mouth and clears his throat.
I came by a new patient, a young woman, very troubled. I'll do what I can for her, but I'll need to concentrate. And that means...
He gestures with his pipe for you to leave.
I have knowledge in healing, and I would like to help.
Fine. You can help. Take this key and go to the cellar. I'll join you there. Just be careful. It's clear she's a powerful sorcerer, but also whatever she was subjected to has warped her in body and mind. I have her locked up for good reason.
Okay, I'm sure you do. We will come back to this. Like everything else, we're just exploring and trying to get as much XP as we can. Okay, so we go to the back of his house. There's a wood pile here. There's a beehive here, and there's an empty jar of honey. Okay, so I would like to take this moment and go over crafting with honey and beehives. So you activate the beehive. This is just for you that don't know, that have never done this before. This is just how I do it. You throw the empty, and then you combine it with the beehive. Voila, you get a full jar of honey. And then you can go to recipes. Now go to food. We have 2 more jars that we can get filled. Okay, so now we're going to step back from the beehive. And let's go back to crafting. And we want to craft. We take the arrowheads. Yes, the full jar of honeys are up top. Yep, there we go. And you combine those to make the charming arrowheads. So, yeah, we'll just use all these jars of honey right now. Okay. So let's go back to the beehive. I'm going to fill them up. And we're going to step away again.
What's that? It sounds like there's a battle unfolding nearby.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a little while. Thank God time is not of the essence in this game. Okay, so we're going to take the empty perfume bottles. We're going to combine those with jars of honey as well. And we're going to make love grenades. So these are the 2 things that you can do with honey that you just need the blank arrowheads and the empty perfume bottles. And it goes for a lot of money. You can see that we have 2. So 12, these go for 600 a piece. And I'm not sure about the other one yet. We have 2. So what is that? 145. Yeah, 145 a piece. Pretty good. Okay. So one last time here. Now that we know how to fill it all. Let's go food. We're going to fill up those 2 jars of honey. And then we can go to grenades. We have 3 empties. So let's fill those up. Grenades are now done. We're going to go to arrows. We have charming arrows. We can fill those up. And we can refill the honey jars. Make another 8. This is why having more jars is better, because it'll be a slow process if we just sit here and do them all. So one last time. And then we got to move on. Okay. So now we can take... I haven't done this yet. We can take the charm arrowhead, combine that with the arrow shaft, and then we make the charming arrow. So now we know the recipe. So now we can go to arrows, charming arrow, make 28. Done. And that's it. So let's move on. I'll do more of that later, but for now I got enough, and I got plenty of to bargain with. So yeah. Okay, let's go across the broken bridge here and hang a right.
Looks like this place has seen better days.
And now we're in
Much
paradise.
better days.
Down. These are Gareth's parents. And depending on how you proceeded with the Jonathan encounter, if you let Jonathan live, then these 2 will be dead. But we chose for Jonathan to perish. So let's go talk to them.
An older couple is crouched behind a cart, exchanging sharp whispers.
They'll tear the place down.
They'll tear us down if we don't stay quiet.
What are you hiding from?
Careful, eh? There's Voidwoken up yonder, in the farmhouse. Plenty of room for you here.
Aye, stay. But do keep quiet, the lot of you.
What brought the Voidwoken here?
Just hush, now.
Okay, stay here. I will go clear out the Voidwoken.
Clear them out? Are you mad?
No.
She's not mad, Conway. Look at her. Looks like she's our best shot at getting the farm back. Good luck, love. Take care of yourself against those nasties.
Okay, but I better get a move on.
Be careful now. Those beasts are nothing to sneeze at.
All right. So, if you had Jonathan live, Gareth would be here, and you would have 2 grave sites right here. You don't want to talk to Gareth. You want to skip him completely, but you want to sneak and dig up the Conway grave and loot it, and you will get a dagger that has +1 to thievery. Yeah, so that's the deal with that. Okay, so now we need to go to Driftwood. So let's go to Driftwood Square. And we're going to finally do the first ritual for Meister Siva. And before we run in there, and this is her house, before we run in there, I want Sebille to put on her lucky charm gear, because there's a lot of looting to do in her house. Yeah. So we're going to unequip one dagger. We're going to equip the shield. We're going to equip the belt. And she already has lucky charm for the pendant. Okay. She is done. Alright, so there is a crate there that we would be stealing if we looked inside it. So we are going to leave that alone. We got a pumpkin. Down here is a bluegill mushroom. We have a crate. It's like about the dwarves. Sell that. Okay. So back around and up on the porch. And there is a sack there. Okay, let's go inside.
The Meister sits slumped in a chair, looking around the room as she works her shoulder with one hand. It looks like it was dislocated by the gallows.
Damnable red-cloaked baboons ransacking my wardrobes. As if I would keep ancient valuable secrets in a pile with my unmentionables.
She takes a deep breath, and with a twist, a click, and a screech of pain, she shoves her shoulder back into its socket.
Ow.
I swear by the seven, if we did not have more important matters to attend to.
Reaching across the table, she pulls a bowl of hot water towards her and fishes some bandages, a needle, and thread out of a box. She slowly starts to tend to her wounds.
At least the barbarians were unable to club their way into my vault, so everything you need should be safe.
And exactly what do I need?
In your case, more than I suspect, man. God or even reptile can provide. However, we must soldier on. It is not enough to be God-woken in order to ascend to divinity. There is a process.
As she speaks, the Meister uncorks a vial of shimmering liquid, sauce. She lets a couple of drops fall on her hand, but instead of infusing with her body, they quickly evaporate on her scales. She stares at the empty spot on her palm for a long moment before turning back to you, continuing as if nothing had happened.
A process by which God-woken may ascend. It begins with discovering your deepest self, delving into your own soul.
Good. I want to get started as quickly as possible.
Enthusiasm? On a weekday? My word. We shall begin once we have the tools we need from my vault. You may have been chosen God-woken, but becoming divine requires more than a supernatural pat on the head. Come, God-woken. It is time to see just how awake you are.
Okay. So you can deal with her as a merchant as well. She doesn't have much. But she always has one legendary item. Okay. And if you like it, she's 480 to get 100% attitude. Anyway. So let's get going on this. We're going to grab this painting off the wall. And we're going to push the button. And then that there's a hatch here with a lock.
A stone door lies flush with the floorboards. Etched whorls in the granite frame a delicate rotary dial. Gleaming under the dim light, the metallic dial almost seems to wink at you.
And we're going to enter the safe combination as the Meister calls out.
Taking your time, you carefully enter the combination. The metallic sounds of the tumblers falling within the mechanism let you know you entered the code correctly.
Excellent. Follow me. Your time is at hand, God-woken.
Okay, so she's gone. Loot her house here. Yeah, so we got a basket. There is a bar of soap here, and there's another bar of soap here. If you want to make a couple lockpicks. There's a painting. Oh, we got some boots. We'll sell those too. Wow, see, it's legendary. This is good. That means that I believe Sebille has Lucky Charm at 6. Okay. We're going to send that to Fane. Yeah. And then a basket. And then another cupboard here with another basket in the cupboard. And that looks like it. All right, let's go down the hatch. And there's plenty of things to check out here. We're going to loot the place before we talk to Siva again. And here's a jelly room. We can sell that. More sacks over here. Oranges. Wine barrels. Okay.
Ancient rooms, weird contraptions. This place is an arcanist's dream.
Here is an energy chest. We want to open that. A free source orb. Yep. And in this cupboard, potion of nimble tumble. Very good. There is a firestorm grenade. There's a wooden figurine. Another firestorm grenade. We will grab the painting off the wall. There's a vial rack. There's 2 of them. And then in this book, the Source Orbs Part 3, we can read that. It gives us the recipe for Epidemic Fire Scroll. I do know where you can get that for free. In a little bit, we'll go there. Here's the ingredient cupboard. We're not ready for that yet. Source fountain. You can drop a pyramid and come back and forth if you like. If you're not using the bedroll to rest to fill up your source. Oh, look at that! Another legendary item. Granted, they're level 9, but look at that. Yeah, that's a score. Okay, we're gonna equip it. Wow. All right, and so we need Notes of a God-Woken Ascension. We're going to read that. This gives us the recipe, so now we know it. Chain Lightning Scroll is always here. Yep. And then there's another vial rack.
Yes.
That I missed. It's right there. Medium fire resistance, no. We will be crafting resistance potions, but resistance to all. I don't really like just one. Being resistant to one status. I like, we'll just cover our butt and do them all. This Hungry Flower Scroll is always here. I am not going to use it. And this Medusa Head Skill Book is always here. Not going to use that either. Okay. And then there's a bottle filled with oil. You can make another firestorm grenade if you want. I'm going to skip it. Let's talk to the Siva.
The Meister is examining her wounds, prodding at this, wincing at that. Her face seems grim as she turns to you.
Do you know what it means to have the power of the divine, Godwoken?
Yes, it means I have total responsibility to others.
Just so. To accept divinity is to accept responsibility for the lives of every person and beast that walks Rivellon.
Mm-hmm.
If granted divinity, you would have the power of all 7 gods at your disposal. You could heal any wound, pull islands from the sea, right any injustice. But make no mistake, the divine has only one duty: to protect this world from the void. The divine cannot use her power for anything else.
Mm-hmm. I understand.
Very well, then. Let's see if we can't snatch divinity from the jaws of the void. The ritual itself is quite simple. Drop some blackroot in the bowl, mix in a little blood, set the concoction aflame, and then inhale the smoke. Ignore any feelings of dizziness, burning in your lungs, or a dire sense of existential dread. They're all perfectly normal, although you will need to sacrifice a little sauce along the way. Everything you need is here. Ingredients in the cupboard, sauce in the glowing fountain, ritual in the tome by the bookcase, even an incinerator to provide a flame.
The Meister looks back at her wounds, curiously prodding them as fresh blood oozes out, staining her claws.
I'll get started immediately.
And do not lose anything. These ingredients are rare indeed. I'm not hiking back out to the cloisterwood to fetch you more blackroot.
Okay, so now to the ingredient cupboard
Opening
we
the door,
go.
You see a selection of ingredients, thrown together in no particular order.
And we look for the materials that we need.
After a quick rummage, you spot the blackroot nestled between the grated dragon's tongue and drudene oil. You gather up the blackroot, obsidian lance, and ancient bowl, and kick the door of the cupboard closed.
Okay, so then we come over to the incinerator. Let's look at the ingredients. Here is the blackroot. We need to combine that with the ritual bowl. So now the bowl is full of blackroot. Okay, so we have the obsidian lancet. We're going to use that because it requires God-woken blood. So we'll put the bowl there. We'll put the lancet with our blood. We'll mix the blackroot with our blood in the bowl. And then we take the bowl and we put it in the middle of the incinerator. And now we can get flame, create smoke, inhale the smoke.
As you suck the smoke deep into your lungs, your vision starts to swim and cloud. There is an intense pounding in your head, and you can feel the world fading. As the world fades away, you lose all sense of being grounded. You reach out, but you could feel yourself falling slowly, sinking into the depths of your own soul.
Deepest recess of my soul. But it looks like the Hall of Echoes.
Yes, we're back in the Hall of Echoes. And we see ourselves. So, it's just a crazy nightmare. You, just a side note, you can steal from yourself, which you're going to have some gear that is the same as what you have. You just need some points in the thievery to be able to do so. And I do not. But anyway, let's go talk to ourselves.
Ah, there you are. I've been waiting for you. I was worried you weren't coming.
Well, I really didn't have much of a choice.
Everything is a choice. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Now, let's get a move on while we can. I brought you something. A gift. Look into my eyes.
We look forward and gaze into your own eyes. If the other half weren't an evil parasite, I might enjoy this.
There. Now wait. Wait. Ah. Now speak the spell.
So now we learn Spirt Vision. Yeah.
There. That's a bit more familiar. So, go on. Pretty fantastic, isn't it? You're a step closer toward becoming like one of them now.
What did you do to my eyes?
I gave you a gift. Made you like one of the gods. A bit, anyway. You can see spirits now. Try it next time you cut some innocent to bits. You'll be able to find out just what their sweet little soul thinks of you.
Why have you given me this power?
We can't let the other God-woken outpace you, can we? They'll be meeting one of the 7, camping out within their own souls, you know. Shriveled, half-dead gods looking to steal source from their chosen, in exchange for the power to see spirits.
Why are the 7 hiding out within the other God-woken?
They need source, and they're running out of it. Soon enough, they'll be little more than dead, dry husks, light enough to knock down with a puff of air. That is, unless they get help.
Help? From the other God-woken, presumably? Why the gods haven't come to me, too?
Why would they want you? You think the gods have any use for a 2-bit singer with a parade of unpredictables marching through her head? You may be God-woken, but that doesn't make you worthy. But that doesn't matter, Lohse. I saw something special in you. Something they didn't see. That's enough.
And what did you see in me?
Potential. Look what you can do. You can bless. You can see the spirits of the world. When will you believe that all I want is to see you, to see us? succeed. The void itself is hunting down the gods, leeching them in ways I only dreamed were possible. Drop by drop, they drain away, and your path forward becomes all the clearer. The gods have gone into hiding within your fellow Godwoken. They seek to become what we are, stronger together, unstoppable together. But we are far ahead of them already. And I know where we must go next. The Well of Ascension. Has a nice ring to it, doesn't it?
Not really, because I'm in the market for an exorcist and not a well.
Aren't you listening? The Well is a pool of pure source in which the powers of the Seven lie united. The Seven, fools that they are, each gave up half their powers to create the first divine. To bathe in the lake is to become divine. We'll do more than that, though. Feeling thirsty?
What are you implying?
The gods are weak. Weaker than I expected. The void is nearly here. You need to go to the Well of Ascension and absorb the source of the Seven. All of it. Then you'll become a god. How does that sound?
So I'll ascend, and what will become of the Seven?
Forget about them. They're the relics of a bygone age. They'll return to the dust they conjured themselves from. The world needs someone to safeguard it against the void. With the powers of the gods, you'll do a great job. Don't you think?
So what should I do next if you're serious about me ascending?
We'll make our way to the lake, but not yet. Not until you've become a true master of the source. You'll need to learn to speak the language of creation itself. It won't be easy. You'll need to find tutors, masters of the source. People who can teach you to increase the volume of source you can control. Few remain, and the ones who do have been driven to the brink of survival. The Order has made certain of that. Still, I have full faith in you, Lohse. You'll find them, and you'll convince them to teach you. Once you have, find me here again. We'll move forward from there.
We take our leave.
Till next time, darling.
Then we go through the smoke.
The Meister stares intently at you. Her eyes are tired and bruised, but determined.
Still alive? Gods above, there might be something to you after all.
She leans in, her bloody tongue flickering hungrily about your face.
Tell me, what did you see? What you know?
We ignore the burning in our lungs and quickly explained what happened, the presence within you, your new power, and the master of the source.
She sighs impatiently as you hack up the last of the green smoke.
You can't channel enough source? Gods be damned, why couldn't you have a nice simple problem? Finding an orc to dance the hornpipe, perhaps?
So you don't know what I need to do next?
I know exactly what must be done. You must find a master of source. And I could have helped you once, but no longer. The purging which the Magisters included as part of their service was quite efficient. They stripped me of my source. Not enough to silence me, but enough that I would not turn their insides to lime. Enough to sever my link to the font from which all source flows. And certainly enough that I cannot train you. So we must seek alternatives. Alas, the only source masters not yet hauled off to Fort Joy or turn into meat puppets are those too dangerous or cunning for the Magisters to contain. Sorcerers that allowed their power to corrupt them. Many are wicked, cruel, vile, and generally not good teacher material, but we may have no others to turn to.
So you're really telling me I need to go train under an evil sorcerer?
You will not be there long, I assure you. There is only so much you can glean from a twisted mind. However, it is the path we walk, no matter what the cost. No matter what is asked of you.
The Meister doubles over in a violent coughing fit, struggling for breath. After a few moments, she regains her composure, wiping a thin smear of blood from the corner of her mouth.
No matter what is asked of you, you must learn from them.
Okay, where can I find these masters?
The Magisters have kept ledgers with all known sorcerers.
especially the powerful ones not yet captured. They would be an invaluable resource, but do be careful not to get caught. I was their guest for a time, and I promise you the gallows was the most comfortable part of the experience. And if their barracks turns out to be as empty as their skulls, just try to keep an ear to the ground. There may still be powerful sorcerers hiding in these lands.
As she speaks, one of her wounds reopens, a dark red stain spreading across her tunic. She hisses in frustration and starts to bind the gash.
I wish there was more I could do, but in this condition, I would be more a hindrance than a boon. Godspeed, and remember, do whatever it takes.
Okay, I'll be back as soon as possible. All right. So now we know Spirit Vision. So we got that down. And this is just one that's, you don't have to click on it. It just stays with you. So let's go to the dunes. All right. So let's... Oh, crap. I forgot the rest. All right. Sebille, come to the dunes. And then Lohse on top. There we go. This is where we need to get a little bit more information for Lohse and his caravan. We couldn't do it before because we couldn't see the spirits. But now we can. And there they are. So we want to talk to Anhar.
The spirits of a Magister and a Dwarf are locked in ethereal combat. Their vicious blows make no impact, yet they struggle on. Mid-snarl, the Dwarf spies your presence and staggers back to address you.
Sorcerer! You must hate the Reds as much as I do, eh?
Yes. I'm certainly no friend of Magisters.
Rightly so. Reds had sorcerers locked up tight in that caravan. And you know where they were sending them. You look like you've been there yourself.
The Magister lunges for the Dwarf, his exasperation clear.
Anhar, you saw it with your own eyes. You know Sorcerer's Law, Voidwoken, and you know we'd all still be alive if you hadn't attacked our caravan.
I'm pleased to know that the dwarves in the area are fond of sorcerers.
Not to flip your flocks or nothing, but 'tis more that my boss Lohse is against Magisters than for sorcerers, if you know what I mean.
I do.
The Magister snorts in disdain.
Lohse, I should have known. Sorcerer, if you want to stay alive around these parts, you'll stay far, far away from that walking vermin. Though, on the other hand, maybe you should go stand near him. Maybe the Voidwoken could take him out where we failed. Ha!
Okay, where can I find this Lohse? I'm inclined to pay him a visit.
The Dwarf eyes you steadily and silently, his mouth a straight line, and his eyes like marbles of steel. The Magister shrugs.
Well, if I knew that, we'd have taken him out long ago. All I can say is, he's somewhere in Driftwood, and everything he touches turns into annihilation.
So I don't see any sorcerer bodies here. Where are they?
Before it all, Voidwoken stole the sorcerers along the cliffs, headed for Seven knows where.
Okay, I prefer to talk to the living over the dead.
You
Alright, so now we know
Step back at once.
the other information that we need to go to Lohse with. Then we're going to go up the road, and we're going to go check on Peeper and Big Marge. And Peeper is here, and you can see that he's turned into a Voidwoken, and he has killed the other chickens. So let's talk to the spirit of Big Marge.
Monster! Poor little Peeper. Poor little monster Peeper, baby. There's only one way. Yes, there's only one thing to do, Papa.
Papa, does he mean his father?
Yes. He wanders. He roosts. But he is special. He can help Peeper. Can keep him safe.
Shouldn't I put the chick out of its misery? It seems a little dangerous.
What? No! Peeper's still just a
Okay. All right. So you got to talk to Big Marge. And then we need to talk to Peeper. And he thinks that Lohse is his mama. But, okay. So now he's going to follow us, right? And we got to take him to his dad. And you can't fast travel this. You just got to run up the road. That's okay, though, because we're going to loot as we go. But it's a little ways. We're going to take a left here. Go by the scarecrow. Now there's a barrel here. So we got 3 empty honey jars. Very good. And then up here on the left is a whole bunch of beehives with another empty honey jar. Grab that. Then we're going to come down here. We'll just kind of... Okay, we got a whole bunch of penny bun mushrooms here. I do want to grab these. And we'll keep going. And feather and a epic shield. No equip. Pick up for wares. Okay. There's a bridge here to our left with a great big troll. We are going to go wide. Not even entertain that for a second yet. Okay, down here is a lost purse. We'll grab that. We'll keep going.
Maybe the river could be crossed on that.
It might be able to, yes. But that's for a later time. Okay, so now we can veer off to the right and just go in between the waypoint and Garrus' house. And we keep on, keep it on. We're going to cross the water. Let's go grab that bluegill mushroom. Okay. Then we see some elves here with a magister that's not having a good day. Oh, what do we got? 2 live wood. Look how much these are worth. 1,500 for 2. That we can sell. I'm over encumbered. Also notice the Ifan.
Take it. I didn't.
151. Let's put the gloves on for now. We're almost where we want to be to start selling. Okay. Here is a couple more penny buns. We'll grab the flock contaminated spores. Yeah, that's Diana, the one that we rescued. So we'll talk to her in just a second. Here is Magicockerel.
Behold, it is I, the Magicockerel. What is this? Papa? Papa?
This is your son with Big Marge, though she is dearly departed now.
She was a good sort. I'll mourn her with my mourning.
The rooster looks his son over, first with one beady eye, then the other.
He has my eyes. But I see nothing but the void lurking behind those pretty peepers. Kill him now, or he will get
Whoa. Wink, wink. I will take care of Peeper.
Good choice. Oh, gosh. And I'll give you a little something for your trouble after.
Okay, so we get to pick one of these 3. A blank air book. Medium. The medium frost rune is definitely worth the most. So yeah, let's grab that. Okay, so now Peeper is departed us as well. He always has a source orb, so this quest is definitely worth doing. Plus we got 7,000 XP for that, and then we get this chest, blank necromancy book, a medium masterwork, and some leggings. Wonder wits. Those might be good for Sebille. Anyway, here's another tree stump with these void touched live wood fragments. You can make a poison potion out of those, but I am not. It's just not worth it. Okay, so let's talk to Diana briefly.
You recognize Diana, the runaway scion from Fort Joy. Her face looks different, alight with fervor.
You! I warned you not to follow!
I didn't follow. I just found you by accident.
You? Accident? You...
Her face, tight with rage, suddenly slackens. She winces.
Forgive. The armor warns of thieves. I do not expect friends.
So number 6, we're going to take our leave. Yeah, we don't want to get into that yet.
This looks like an elven proving ground, but I've never seen one for myself.
So let's go get in here. This is the elven proving ground, like Sebille said. We got some exploration XP for that. Another penny bud mushroom. Another tree stump. You can grab the axe if you want. There's a fly agaric mushroom. Another tree stump. More void touch lively wood fragments. Then down here is a skeleton in his backpack with just some beer. Okay, let's go back up. And we find this rocky river frog.
I've spotted something.
And some buried treasure here. I do want Lohse to swap the evasive aura. Global cooling. We'll throw that on just for fun. Let's take the rocky river frog. Send him down there. We get 25 XP for that. And Lohse's gonna dig up the buried treasure. Get XP for this too. 10,400. Open the chest. Get some chest armor here. Pyro summoning level 14. No. Justina's favor. These gloves. +1 to bartering. +1 to lucky charm. Send those to Ifan and some slime. Don't need the slime. Okay. Rocky River Frog. Let's see what happens to it. Fame blows it up. Makes an explosion, and that's Necrofire. So, alright. Let's go back to the Under Tavern. Now we can go talk to Lohse. Yeah, so...
What do you want? Boss is busy.
I'm here on business.
Good. Boss could use some good news. Listen up. Don't waste his time. These are explosive times. Be respectful.
Sure.
Easy. Marla's one of us.
I brought you up from girl to woman, Marla. Like you was my own. This...
He lifts his right arm, showing a white bandage beneath his ribs. A wet red spot shows through.
This ain't the thanks I expected. Who sent you?
The formidable dwarf slams his fist on the side table. You hear a loud crack.
Enough! Do you know they killed Anhar? Do ya? Start talking sense or I'll take that tongue right out of your mouth and fry it for supper.
Stay quiet.
Bant, Cade, get her to talk or bleed her out. She ain't one of mine anymore.
His sneer travels from the restrained dwarf to you.
And you. You better have a damn good reason for coming here.
Okay, so let's go talk to him.
Brave lass, waltzing in here now. I hope for your sake you've got good news for me.
What sort of news are you after?
If you don't already know the answer to that, I reckon you don't have much to tell me.
He winces loudly and holds a hand to the bandage on his side. The large red spot in its center has grown larger and wetter.
What do you plan on doing to the person who did that?
No more was fair. No less either. So, how'd you make it out of Fort Joy?
How do you know about that? I've made it past plenty of magisters undetected.
I've got people. They've got people. People talk. The magisters never shut up long enough to listen. But me, I love a good story. Here's one I heard lately. A group of strangers landed on the beaches outside town. Meister Siva's people. You one of her little seekers? Chasing down Godwoken and begging them to save us all?
Yeah, you've got the gist of it.
So? What do you want?
I want to know why you're here.
Reckon I do. Knowing Siva, she sent you looking for sorcerers, I bet. And it just so happens I can help you. Depending on what you can do for me.
What do you have in mind?
He gestures towards the bandage across his side.
Had a bit of family trouble lately. My girl Marla got it in her head to come after me with a short blade. That ain't like Marla. Ain't like her to pull the silent treatment either. Something's going on. And wouldn't you know it, that blade she used wasn't any normal bit of steel. Belonged to another of my people. Guy's name is Mordus. Bit of a loner, but smart as hell. I sent a few guys to go check on him, see if he knew what had got into Marla, but no one can find him. I'd like a word with the guy.
Okay, that seems reasonable. Where should I start?
Glad you see it that way. No one's seen him in a good few. I've got some people checking out his house near the tavern now, though. Tell them I sent you, and they'll let you know what they've found. Truth is, they might be glad to see you. Reckon a sorcerer will have better luck finding one of their own.
I'll check it out.
Good. One more thing. Like I said, Mordus is a sorcerer. Maybe even one of the ones Siva's after. If there's something you want to find out from him, you might want to ask before I have my word with him. Here, you can take this off my hands. More suited to your kind, really. Good luck.
Okay, and he gave us a fancy dagger. It's a unique weapon. It's right here. You can see it's level 9. Grants the skill rupture tendons. It's not a skill I use, but it's there, and it does a little bit of piercing damage as well. Okay, so let's talk to him again.
Better get out there before Mordus makes it all the way past Arks.
There's something else I'd like to discuss.
All right.
What exactly do you do here in Driftwood?
Whatever needs doing. Isn't that obvious?
Okay. I came across a wrecked caravan outside of town. It looks like some of your people were involved.
That's right. Lost one of my best lads, Anhar. Didn't get Jalia's body back, though. Maybe one of them beasts took her like they did the sorcerers.
I met her. She survived but was traumatized and ran off.
Well, I reckon that's good news. Poor thing. She'll be back in time. She and Anhar were sweethearts.
I also spoke to Anhar's spirit. He seemed concerned about getting soul-forged weapons out of a cave.
Bloody lad. Flapping his gums in the next life, too. That's another little venture of ours. Don't concern you, though.
Why haven't you collected the bodies of the fallen?
We will, once the Reds turn down the alarm a bit. They're jumpy as all hell for the moment. Won't do anyone any good to raise a ruckus now.
Okay, that's it. Now, he has 2 scrolls here. And that Epidemic of Fire scroll that we have the recipe we know how to make. He has one, and he also has Superconductor scroll. So you can steal those off of him and make a book, and away you go. Then you got the skill. All right, so now we need to go to Driftwood Square. And I am over halfway to the next level, to level 12. So I'm going to do a shopping run. I'm going to do that off camera, and then I'm going to come back here, and we're going to pick up the story from here at Driftwood Square. But I want to thank you all for being with me today, and take care, and we'll see you in the next video. All right, bye-bye.